Hello viewers, this is Obion Horn of Africa, our weekly program, GADA. Today I have a guest from Irrecha University, Mr. Getachew Taddese, PhD candidate on GADA and governance, and also is a lower lecturer there. And we will talk about the current Irrecha festival, and we will ask him about his reflection. Stay tuned. Mr. Getachew, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Today we will talk about the Irrecha festival, the one segment of the GADA system. Would you tell us about a bit your personal background, please?
Thank you very much. My name is Getachew. I was born in North Shore, Salale, and I joined, I attended my elementary school from grade 1 to grade 9 at Qarregoa, Warrajarso Qarregoa High School, Tulumilki, from 1 to 8 Tulumilki, and grade 9 at Qarregoa, and from grade 10 to 12 here in Finfinne. And then I joined Dila University in 2008 or in 2001 in our calendar. Then I graduated there from 2005, and the university just assigned me to be a assistant lecturer there. Then I attended my master's at Haromaya University. I specialized in law, in international economic and business law, and then I back to the university. Right now I'm attending at Irrecha University my PhD in GADA and the governance in the Institute of GADA and the Cultural Studies in Irrecha University.
Really good, really. Let's begin with its background. What is Irrecha?
Okay. Irrecha is very broad. We may understand in different ways, but to make it condensed, we can see Irrecha in two perspectives. The first one is Irrecha can be considered from the spiritual or ritual ceremony. That means where the Oromo people from the ancient period of time or for centuries consider Irrecha or believe Irrecha as a Thanksgiving holiday. It is a gratitude. Why the Oromo people honored or celebrate Irrecha as a gratitude or Thanksgiving day to Waka or Uma, they believe that, particularly this Irrecha, where the end of rainy season and at the beginning of the birra, boka birra, or spring, they believe that this season, the winter season, is considered as a very, where there is harsh climate, where there is different disaster, like thunder, like flood, or in different ways. This is representing or imagined as a very disaster winter. Therefore, these people, the Oromo people, believe that Waka or Creator, Uma, protect us from all this disaster, particularly this winter, not to be like overflooded, or in different ways, protect us from different diseases, protect us from the overflood of rivers and the thunder and the different disaster. Therefore, they believe who protect us from all these disasters is Waka. Therefore, Waka deserve to be thanked. That is why they go to lake, river bank, lake like Hora Arsadi and Hora Finfinne. They go there. Why they go there? They are not going to worship lake, neither lake nor hill during Irrecha Tullu, nor hill or mountain or whatever. Rather that they believe that this river bank or hill is a sacred site where you stand there and glorify or gratitude to Waka. That's why they go there by handling a fresh grass, by handling flower. That is also a representing of appreciating or gratituding to God. And they go there and they offering this as gratitude or thanksgiving for protection of all this, and also for making the natural balance at all. Because There are different, the law of natures that keep its order, and they live in harmony, connecting with nature, with the environment, and the like. You know, Oromo people said even when they sow during the winter, okay, they sow different crops, and then when that crops grow and it becomes ripe, the Oromo people say, "Simbira wa jinnu nyachisi." This is how the Oromo people connect with nature, with environment, with ecology. Therefore, they believe this all has been done by God. Therefore, it deserves work and deserves to be thanked. This is a ritual ceremony or ritual perspective, what I have said now. The other way, right now, Irrecha is not limited to the ritual ceremony alone. Rather than it extended to, Irrecha is a platform where the Oromo people reflect its identity, remember its history, strengths tie their brotherhood, social cohesion, a platform for reconciliation, a platform for coming together, a platform for remember its history of ups and the downs that passed through, and they discussed its future destiny. This Irrecha become such kinds of platform. And also Irrecha become a solidarity where different ethnic groups come together and they're participating on Irrecha, celebrating with the Oromo people, and they show their brotherhood to the Oromo. This brings that how Oromo is accommodate nation, how Oromo is accommodate and welcome and hospital to all ethnic groups. That is why lots of ethnic groups that live in Ethiopia come and they participate in both Irrecha. Not only this one, but also people from neighboring countries also participated, from Kenya, from Rwanda, from Burundi.
Even this year from Nepal.
Of course, even from the Asian part, if you go to the Asia, the Nepal, the artist group came and I think they stayed for like 10 days. They stayed here. They participated in different occasions and events. I have seen it in person. I attended also the events that they participated. They show their art. The event organized by Oromia Tourism Commission. We can consider that Irrecha is a bridge that connecting the people together, that tie people together. It is just make a people united, unity in diversity. So we can consider Irrecha in these two big perspectives.
Great, interesting.
Yeah.
Please tell us about the overall Irrecha festival.
Well, Irrecha festival, particularly this year, was very fascinating. It was very glorified and magnificent ceremony or celebration because I have attended both in Hora Finfinne and in Hora Arsadi. I attended both. I observed everything. As a researcher also, I tried to get different information from the participants. So overall, we can conclude that really this year Irrecha celebration was very attractive, very peaceful. It was a stage or a platform where particularly the solidarity, the brotherhood, was just vividly observed at the Irrecha celebration. Overall, as you know it very well, Irrecha, according to the previous or last year data, more than 7 and 8 million come together at one place and celebrated. But these all huge number of people came from across Oromia, Ethiopia, abroad, from the neighboring countries, came together, and they practically showed the solidarity, the brotherhood, and the unity. We have seen it practically at these both Hora Arsadi and Hora Finfinne. That is why we said Irrecha is a platform where brotherhood flourished, where unity flourished, where love reflected, where coming together is observed, where all ethnic groups, different nationality come together and shows that we are just, Irrecha is also ours. The different ethnic groups just make Irrecha as their own, and they celebrate it with our brothers, the Oromo people. This brings a good, not only for the Oromo people, as a whole for the country also, build the country image in a nation building. It has its own contribution. Therefore, to make it short, this year Irrecha celebration was very interesting, peaceful, love, reconciliation, and practically we have seen it when people showed their brotherhood.
How do you compare the overall situation of the current year Irrecha when we compare with the previous ones? Of course, Irrecha has been celebrated every year. Just tell me your opinion on the current year Irrecha and the previous one.
Yeah, of course. I've been participating in Irrecha every year for many years without interruption. I have participated and I have observed different events, the progress, the change, and the like. Therefore, particularly this 3 years, the past 3 years, there are amazing progress, progressive regarding to celebrating Irrecha in both at Hora Finfinne and also at Hora Arsadi. What I have observed, for example, if you see this year is very unique. Why? Because the government made a call for the foreigners, for the diasporas, particularly for the diasporas. Therefore, the diaspora got the opportunity to participate in Irrecha at their homeland. They came practically from different continents, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Asia, from different continents. They received the call that the government made, and they practically participated on this. This is a very unique. The other, the number of population increased from time to time. The number of people participated increased from time to time. And also the number of ethnic groups who participated on Irrecha increased from time to time. Therefore, this is a very good opportunity for the Oromo people to hold this, to contribute a lot in state building, to create a platform for the different ethnic groups to come together and to show their solidarity, fraternity, and the unity on this platform of Irrecha. And the other thing is regarding to how really Irrecha is peaceful. We have seen it. Irrecha is peace. Irrecha is love. Irrecha is brotherhood, a platform where you showed your brotherhood, unity. We have seen it. When all these more than 7 million people come together on the same stage at the same area, actually this makes also a unique even in the world. Sure. There is no a stage in the world when more than 7 people come together and they celebrate such kind of very vibrant and magnificent celebration like Irrecha. Irrecha is a very unique. Therefore, when 7 people come together and they celebrate, there is no chaos or whatever. We didn't see nothing. Everything was peaceful. Everything was peaceful. This year Irrecha celebrated and ended up peacefully in both Hora Finfinne and the Hora Arsadi. Why the secret? Now the question, the rationale behind, we have to address is, what is the secret? When normally in course of life, when people come together, like thousands of people come together, there is something disorder, there is something chaos, quarrel, and the people may stab one another, and the people may fall, and the like. But why Irrecha celebrated in this very peaceful way, without creating no mess at all? Why? Because Oromo has a GADA system. Irrecha is one institution embedded in the GADA system, whereas it is own ethics. The Oromo people, nurtured from its childhood, Oromo knows how to grow up its children. Therefore, what these people did, they heard, they observed, they comply with what Abagada says. What Hadasinke say. What is the center of Irrecha, the center of the ethics, the order, what should be observed, what I should do, what I should not do. They identified this all. They know it very well from their childhood. Therefore, they observe it. They heard. Oromo has a culture of hearing the elders' advice, counsel, order, whatever. That is why. No secret at all. No secret at all. That is why Irrecha celebrated peacefully. Therefore, in this way, there are different stakeholders who have their own contribution in the celebration in this way. Of course, the government has its own contribution. Stakeholders like community has a lion's share contribution. The Abagada and the Hadasinke, the elders, the young, the Kero and the Karre, all have, the scholars, all have their own contribution. That is why Irrecha could be celebrated peacefully, lovely, in attractive way, and in a very vibrant and magnificent way. This is a secret. So this must be appreciated. Must be appreciated and also encouraged to continue in this way. Now what the observers say when they have seen this one, it gives a great value for this nation, for the Oromo nation. How they are a calm nation. How they are a very big nation that they stick to and they comply and observe their very grand value of Irrecha. That is the secret. So I really appreciate Irrecha to be celebrated in this way. So it must be continued in this.
I appreciate it really. And the first ever Irrecha festival or Irrecha Expo 2024 was organized in Finfinne. How helpful such a stage in promoting the Irrecha festival?
Yeah, that is why the other new event is that Irrecha is showing different progressive that really makes Irrecha more attractive now in the future is organizing such kinds of event like Irrecha Expo, where different exhibitions has been undertaken. People go there and just observe the exhibition, and the people go there, the bazaar, and they bought different clothes, jewelries. This generally, it magnifies the Irrecha. Not only going to riverbank or lake or whatever. We have to also develop such kinds of expos, events, festival shows, and the like. Not only this one. The Oromia Tourism Commission also organized different events. I have seen the panel, the workshop, where different organizations showed their product, their services to the community. People have observed there. It created a connection, economic network. So this is a very good and encourageable event which glorify more Irrecha. Because for example, like Irrecha fashion show, Miss Tourism, just during the eve of Irrecha, okay, Irrecha Expo, Irrecha forum, Irrecha panel. You see, all this together, as I told you, it glorify, magnify, outshine what Irrecha mean. Beyond going to lake, beyond going to conduct the central Irrecha aim or objective. Therefore, this is very encouraged. That is why different people showed their art, and also artists also. I have seen it in Millennium. In Millennium, the Numan event and the promotion organized concert. You know, at that time, look, the economic transaction you can see there. What is going there? People buy the ticket and to join, to attend this concert, and also our artists perform their music there. People enjoy it there. At that time, what it brings? It brings brotherhood. It reinforces the Oromo people come together and strengthens, reinforces their unity. It ties their unity. Okay? It encouraged to come together in the future as well. So such events overall is very attractive and encourage that magnify or outshine more Irrecha. So this is very appreciated, and it should be continue in better in the future as well.
Great. The Irrecha Forum was organized before, at the eve of Irrecha or Finfinne.
Yes.
What significance it has in promoting and communicating the GADA values and the GADA system at large? Because the forum brought a large number of scholars from different countries even.
Sure.
What is significance in promoting the GADA system? The other event which makes Irrecha more attractive and attract the tourists in the future is by organizing such kinds of Irrecha forum. Now the foreigners learn what Irrecha means more from such kinds of forum, because our professor, for example, Professor Dejani, for example, presented his panel to the audience. At that time, not only Oromo, but also different nationalities, the foreigners, the tourists attend this forum. So what they get from there, they know the secret of Irrecha. What do we mean by Irrecha? Mm-hmm. They learn it more. People, different ethnic groups who have different belief and understanding, particularly those who have a misunderstanding of Irrecha, understand more from such a forum, because it started from what Irrecha means, what is the grand value of Irrecha, why Irrecha is celebrated, when it started, why these people celebrate. The forum addressed this one. Now people become to understand really, Irrecha is, because there are different misunderstanding. Why Irrecha? Some people purposely misquote this Irrecha, because Irrecha is like a bridge that connects our people together. Irrecha is like it ties our community. At that time, our community get power, unity, strength. That's why we call it Irrecha Kenya, Irre Kenya. What does it mean? Irre means power. Irre means strength. Irre means unity. When you are unity, you will be feared. No one dare you. No one bold enough to disman you or whatever. When you are strong, you will stand. You will be respected even.
Of course, definitely. So when you are unite, you will stand. When you divide, we will fall. Irrecha has a significant. Irrecha is a parameter to bring our community together. That's why. So some people don't like this one. They don't like. They want it to just not to really celebrate in this way. So this forum has a good opportunity, a platform to teach, to aware, to make conscious these people to understand real meaning, objective, and the purpose of Irrecha. So I appreciate this panel that has been held at Adawa. What makes really this year Irrecha another is a very just this Finfinne going to be flourished, beautified because of this corridor development. This corridor development makes this very flourished. Okay, that's why this year is also what makes it
It's a unique feature of the current Irrecha festival.
Exactly. You know, Irrecha. When you go to lake, you hold the flower, right? So Finfinne looks like flower. That is why really I appreciate the Finfinne mayor and the hair governance as well, because they organized this very huge at Adawa Hall, and also they contributed a lot to celebrate at Hora Finfinne very peacefully, and also the hospitality of the Finfinne resident is very high. I have seen it. You know, 4 years before, 5 years before, there were different quarrels and the kiosks. Okay, people shut their service, people shut their hotel, their cafes, their restaurant. People shut their shop. People shut everything. When our people come from across Oromia and joined or penetrate in Finfinne, everything service, everything was shut. Why? Because there were a misunderstanding. Now things is going to be clear. Things is going to be just vividly clear, as Irrecha is a platform of love and brotherhood. That's why now everything is served. All services are open because they are beneficiary. They solve different things. We may talk on how we may connect Irrecha with economy.
The Miss Tourism Oromia has been organized and has become the component of Irrecha celebration. Since recently, it is a part of Irrecha. What will this benefit in promoting Irrecha and the potential of the Oromia tourist destinations?
Yeah, as we said, Irrecha now go beyond Thanksgiving. Yes, the central is Thanksgiving. Now it is going beyond and expand, and it becomes multi-dimensional, and that is why Oromia Tourism Commission organized another event like the night of Miss Tourism, which is very important. Now during this Miss Tourism, what we have observed, different girls representing different the zonal or district of the Oromia, they represent there. They try to show during their competition, they try to show what a certain district, what kind of tourism destination do they have, okay? Because across Oromia, they don't have the same tourist destination. If you go to Bale, there is a Sofumar, right? This is
Bale
a tourist
Mountains.
destination. Bale Mountain is there, okay? They are different, similarly in different parts of Oromia. Now, a Miss Tourism who represent from there, who is going to take from there, now she is alongside advertising that Sofumar as one of a tourist destination. So people who came Irrecha may go there and visit as well. So the other is people, when organizing such kind, people come together and they exchange information, they come together, they know also exactly what tourist destinations are there in across Oromia or across Oromia particularly, okay? Why? They said Miss Tourism who came from somewhere else, she is going to tell us, if you come here, you will visit this and that. This is very important. Now, I'm going to know, if I go there, okay, there are such kinds of tourism destination. Wow, I have to go there. I will decide. The other foreigners may hear and they decide to visit there. So, such kinds of Miss Tourism event is very important and also encouraged to continue more. Why? When we are talking to now Irrecha, we have to work on Irrecha to attract tourists to Oromia and Ethiopia. It does not mean that tourists should stay only during the celebration of Irrecha on Saturday at Hora Finfinne and on Sunday at Hora Sadi. No, we have to make the environment very attractive to stay more days or more weeks in Oromia or in Ethiopia. Okay? That is what we have to work on. Number one, tourists should come ahead before Irrecha and they stay some days or weeks ahead of Irrecha in Oromia or Ethiopia. And again after post Irrecha, we have to work more, attract more tourists to stay their days or weeks here. That is why this is a way that we can get more foreign currency or income or whatever from these tourists and the like.
Yeah, amazing, really. The current year Irrecha festival attracts nationalities and peoples from the neighboring regions. All this contribute to strengthen unity among Ethiopians.
This Irrecha is another platform that bring different ethnic groups together. People came from, like, for example, just to mention few of them, from Gedio, from Walaita, from Gurage, from Sidama, from Silte, from Malaba, from lot, okay, lot, from Tigray, from Amara. You see, all this ethnic group, when they come and they celebrate, they feel, it shows solidarity. Why? Irrecha has a connecting the force, bring people together, a bridge, connect people together. This create a good one. It makes people, different ethnic group, it has a contribution to live together peacefully by respecting one's culture, by knowing and respecting the other culture. Not only this one, the Oromo people also participating in different other ethnics, such kinds of cultural holiday. Okay, so this all together, it brings this ethnic group together, and it makes to live harmony, to live peacefully, to practically show unity in diversity. And also show Ethiopia is a country with a rich cultural heritage. This has a good contribution for bringing Irrecha to inscribe to UNESCO as well. This is a good opportunity because this is what we are working on, and also what we encourage the government to work aggressively on this one, to inscribe Irrecha independently to UNESCO. Why? Because Irrecha is a platform of solidarity, fraternity, unity, love, come together, tolerance, harmony. This is what UNESCO established for. The purpose, aim of UNESCO is to supervise such kind and inscribed to UNESCO. Therefore, this is a good opportunity to work on and to immediate to no sooner to get the opportunity to inscribe the UNESCO, what Irrecha independently to UNESCO. So, particularly the government and our scholars have a very responsibility. Abagada and Had, I think, is had also a big responsibility to make sure we will success in inscribing this independently Irrecha to UNESCO as well.
Great, really. Delegation from countries have taken part in this year Irrecha festival. For example, from Kenya, from Nepal. What should be done to increase the number of countries to send their delegation to the Irrecha festival every year?
Yeah, as I said, inscribing Irrecha independently to UNESCO has a great contribution in bringing together these people across the world, across Oromia and Ethiopia, from the neighboring country, to bring together. It has a very great contribution. It has a leverage. Why? Once Irrecha inscribed to UNESCO, it becomes a public domain. Of course, it will become to like the public domain of intangible heritage to the world. At that time, the community of the world get the opportunity to read more, to know more. Number one, it attracts more people because UNESCO has, once it fulfills the criteria of the UNESCO to be inscribed, people influence it all. how this Irrecha described to UNESCO. They go through the elements, the criteria, the good unique features of Irrecha. The community of the world right now is in a very chaos, disorder, turmoil and suffering of different natural and man-made disaster, war and the like. Whereas Irrecha, the central core of Irrecha is reconciliation. Reconciliation, okay? Forgiveness. Reconciliation is very important for the community of the world to live harmony, to live peacefully. So the world of the community consider this one. Wow, Irrecha has such kinds of unique feature, reconciliation. You cannot go to Irrecha having a grievances or a grudge with your friend, with your family or someone else. Impossible, because Waka, it is believed that Waka cannot hear you. If you not reconcile with your friend, if you may quarrel or disputed with your friend, you have to settle before you go to Horar Sadi or Horar Finfinne. Why? Waka never hear you. You have to settle your disputes there. Therefore, I consider that the dispute between my friend from somewhere else, my friend who is Oromo, our dispute never longer more than a year, because you cannot go the next Irrecha unless you settle this dispute, right? So this is what the world needs, harmony. Not only this one, Irrecha has a very big secret in ecosystem, ecotourism, what I also encourage, ecotourism, ecosystem. Irrecha appreciate green environment. That's why they hold fresh grass. World is suffering from climate change, drought, whereas Irrecha appreciate green, okay? Green energy, green environment, green economy. What the world right now initiating and encouraging to work on, whereas the Oromo people before century appreciate, protect environment to be green. This is also another part that we can leverage or influence the community of the world to inscribe UNESCO, Irrecha to UNESCO. The issue of environment. So overall, this makes this community, as you said, from different countries, from Kenya, from Rwanda, from Nepal, from Burundi, from Djibouti, from different countries. We have seen it when these tourists or our brothers, to show their solidarity, they participated. Then they took the image of the Oromo people, the Oromo culture. Wow, what a nation! What a nation with abundant, with a colorful, with attractive, with a magnificent culture of Irrecha they have. They give you room. They respect you. When you go to somewhere else, I'm from Oromia, I'm Oromo. Wow, this nation have such kinds of culture, such kinds of history. Therefore, the Oromo people should never forget the history we passed. We should never ever forget the history we have passed. Yeah. Look how we have celebrated this year in Finfinne. Look how we have celebrated. It was earth-shaking celebration. Okay? They're rocking the stage. You see what this shows? This shows how these people how the Oromo people bring its culture, flourish more, just magnify more. We have to bring at the stage of no return back. Yeah. This is the point we have to work on. Amazing. Our culture, our language, our history, our identity should never compromise with the change of regime or whatever. Therefore, it is a time of this generation to bring all this as the stage of no return back. And also, all this should be supported by economy as well. If you have strengthened yourself with economy, you can celebrate Irrecha more and more. You can prepare international Irrecha symposium. You can make it. we can arrange international Irrecha symposium where we can invite international scholars, cultural expertise, okay? Those who are studying more culture, we can invite. At that time, you build your image. You created this nation's culture in the minds of millions of people. At that time, you will become more strong. You will become more strength, unite. This is the way we have to magnify more this Irrecha festival.
Good. Kenyans are participating on Irrecha since recently. What will be the role of their participation in strengthening the two countries' relation?
Yeah, as you know, Ethiopia share long border with Kenya, and right now we have interconnected in different ways, not only by culture. Fortunately, the Kenyan people, the Kenyan government, the Kenyan people have shared very similar culture. Like if you go to Moyale, if you go to Borana, there are brothers, those who are Oromo live in Kenya, and also Borana Oromo live in Ethiopia. They share border, they share the same culture, they share the same language, Afan Oromo, they share everything. This brings cultural diplomacy, it ties, it strengthens the economic integration, okay, resource sharing, and also right now, for example, Ethiopia is selling its power, electric power, in millions of dollars to the Kenyan government, right? So when they come and celebrate this one, it strengthens more. One, social relationship, social cohesion. Two, economic interconnection, economic relation, cultural relation, social diplomacy. It created all this. Then it resulted in the Kenyan people and the Ethiopian people as much as possible to collaborate in all aspects of their life. In terms of economy, in terms of culture, in terms of politics, in terms of whatever. Why? This Irrecha celebration has its own contribution. When they come from traveled thousands of miles or kilometers from different districts of Kenya, and they came here in Finfinne and the Horar Sadi, they do have a concern. They do have a concern. Therefore, this has a good opportunity. Not only Kenya, the rest, the others as well. The others as well. The Nepals also, you see, the Nepals, this artist group, they came and they showed their artists and they shared ours. What I will say, the next, the Ethiopian artists also should work aggressively to go there and they show ours, the Oromo culture. Okay? Not only in Nepal, in different countries of the world at that time. Because the Oromo artists, the Oromo performers, the Oromo scholars, let me back to the Oromo artists. They are doing a very great job, which history remembers them forever. Starting from our legend artist, Honorable Dr. Ali Birra, ended the life. They did a great job. They magnify, they develop our culture. They remember our history. They sing our history, our story, our culture. Therefore, they are doing great. But my advice for the future, now the Oromo artists should go beyond Oromia, go beyond Ethiopia, and bring the Horn of Africa together. Because they have a power to do so. Why? Afan Oromo is the third largest language in Africa to be spoken in Africa. The third. Look. So if one Oromo artist sing or whatever, he has the opportunity to be heard as the third in African country. So the Oromo artists now go beyond and what? magnify and show what Irrecha means. Sing about what Irrecha means more beyond and bring the Horn of Africa. When we say we build Oromia, we support Ethiopia, and we stabilize the Horn of Africa, Irrecha has its own contribution in this way. Why? People came from the Horn of Africa, from I've said from Rwanda, from Burundi, from Tanzania, from Kenya, from Djibouti, and the like. That is why. So Irrecha has also a contribution to bring Horn of Africa, and then it goes to bring economic integrity as well. So we can see in this perspective as well. Right?
Really appreciate the number of diaspora community attending the Irrecha festival is increasing from time to time. What role should be Ethiopian embassies in various countries to sustain this?
Yeah. Well, number one, why the Oromia government made a call for the diaspora to come and attend this Irrecha celebration? The intention is that now the Oromia government is at just creating different initiations. For example, this year Irrecha celebrated by our Irrecha for our cultural renaissance. Back to origin is civilization. Yes. Therefore, the government should make a call to this diaspora, because Irrecha is what? Bring community together. The value of Irrecha is bring brothers together, sisters together, community together, and reinforce unity. We have said that. That is why diaspora came and participate and enjoy Irrecha of this year.
Okay, that's great, really. What should be done by concerned organs, including the Oromia Culture and Tourism Bureau, institutes, as well as media, to register Irrecha on UNESCO's intangible book?
Here there are different stakeholders, not only the Oromia Cultural and the Tourism Office, not only this office, but also there are different stakeholders that should take engaged in these endeavors of inscribing UNESCO, Irrecha independently to UNESCO. Of course, this office, the Culture and the Tourism Office, may lead this activity. I think this office took the initiation and started working on this activity. But also the other offices has also responsibility in doing. The first, what we should do is we need a grand project on studying Irrecha. Not by just the pieces, but by grand. We need a very grand, by bringing different scholars from different university or institutions. We have to bring them together and put a proposal of a grand project and clearly show really how Irrecha, one, the value of Irrecha, not only for the Oromo, but also its contribution in environment. It is contribution in bringing people to live peacefully together. It is contribution in the international philosophical discourse. It is contribution in different interdisciplinary courses. Okay? Therefore, by bringing this all together and show the findings of what Irrecha means, its grand value, its contribution in economy, in tourism, in bringing social cohesion, in peace, in harmony, in different ways, in ecology, in environment. We can bring different disciplines, and then if we can really do this, a very grand project, and show how Irrecha is very attractive, tremendous values, and then we will get the opportunity to inscribe to UNESCO. To do this, all the stakeholders I have mentioned should contribute, should engage seriously. Abagadas and Hadasinkes. They should tell us what Irrecha mean from the very their knowledge that they have from traditional orally they know transferred from generation to generation. Now this the Hadasinke and the Abagadas, they know very well to narrate and to tell to the scholars. The scholars should also dig out and study more by their experts. And the government should also mobilize resources, organize this, how to unite. Therefore, the Oromia Trustees also can do this. There are lots that really we can do. And then we can make now in the future all this. When we do this, how to commercialize Irrecha, that is good. How we can make Irrecha attractive to tourists, that is good. We will do that. But we should never compromise the grand principle, the grand value, the grand element of Irrecha should never be compromised. We should never undermine it. We should never compromise to attract tourists or to do this and that. For example, when people design clothes that we wear for celebrate Irrecha, it's very colorful, it's very attractive. I'm not saying that we have to celebrate Irrecha as thousands of years before. No. Now we are in digital age. We are in globalization. We cannot escape from the globalization, but we cannot undermine our Irrecha values as well. So what we should do? We have to blend. We have to blend together. We may modernize. We modernize in a sense. We may just blend this all together, and we can make our Irrecha festival more attractive, more interesting, and more acceptable to the community of the world as well, at large. So if we really can do this one, we can protect, we can preserve our Irrecha more, we can glorify our history more, and we can reflect our identity further, and we can preserve our culture. Why? One nation will live in this world unless you know who you are, unless you know what your history means, unless you know what your culture is, unless you know your language. I can tell you, you are not living in this world. One writer said, if you want to destroy one nation, don't wage war on that nation. Make that nation forget its history. And then let that nation forget its culture. Let that nation forget it is everything. Then you find that nation lose its identity. So no need to wage war on that nation, he said. That nation is already lost because they don't know who they are. They don't know their language. They don't know their history, their culture, whatever. That is why we have to endeavor, struggle more to know our history very well. Oromo should rewrite its history. Now it is a time to rewrite its history. Oromo is a big Kush tribe, big nation at the Horn of Africa right now. And the only practice the Irrecha among the Kush tribe is Oromo. So we have to rewrite our history based on the truth. We have to glorify our culture, which is very acceptable. We have to develop our language more, which is the third largest language in Africa. That's what really, my message for my people, Oromo.
Really, Mr. Getachew Taddese, PhD candidate on GADA and governance at Bulera University. We really thank you for your expertise analysis.
I appreciate also for giving me this opportunity and to say something about GADA and about Irrecha. I really appreciate your invitation.
Thank you. Dear viewers, that brings us to the end. Till next edition, have a wonderful time.